Should be live.
Okay.
Uh oh. Can I hear anything? Oh, can I hear anything?
Mic check 1, 2. Hey y'all, hey, come on in, come on in. It's the Caravan of Dreams, the redo. Y'all know what it is. It's Monday, it's 8 something. We here. Come on in, come on in. You gonna show anything?
I don't know. I don't have any. I haven't downloaded nothing. I can tell you that much.
Okay.
If you could tell me what I need to, which ones I need to get.
I sent them to you in your
That was a lot of them.
mm.
You should narrow some of them down. Let's see. I had absolutely nobody on my. Oh, hello.
Hmm.
Okay. You got a couple, two, three, four
Okay.
people.
All right. Hey, y'all. Hey, come on in. Come on in. Be sure and like and share. Like and share. Tell somebody to tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on. All right. It's Monday, y'all. Hello, hello. Hey, y'all. Hey, thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate you. Be sure and like and share. Like and share. Tell somebody to tell somebody that the Caravan of Dreams is on. Y'all know what it is. It's Monday. It's 8 something. This is how we do it. Sha-da-da-da.
Miss Melisha, how you doing this evening? Happy Monday to you.
There's Anthony. Anthony, how you doing? So good to see you. All right, all right. Come on in. Come on in. Vanessa, hello, hello. Y'all be sure and like and share, like and share.
Why it's not telling me who all is on? Okay, there we go. There we go.
Hey, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. You know what it is? It's 8 something. It's Monday. This is the Caravan of Dreams, the redo. Is the jazz music still playing?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody out there still like jazz? When did you first fall in love with jazz? That was the question about 3 years ago. We decided to ask y'all. Was it three? That was 20. That wasn't 2020, was it? It's earlier than that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might have been 4 years ago now.
About 4 years ago. All right, all right. Who we got? Who we got?
Oh man, we got Corey Allison. Thank you for dropping in. Yellow Butter, what's going on? Appreciate you dropping in.
All right. Hey, y'all. Okay, we're gonna go on and get started. So, first thing, let's talk about this because this bothered me to no end. I have to say. So, and this wasn't local. It happened in Indiana, in Lafayette, Indiana. There was a 5-year-old little boy who found his parents' gun, right? That happens often. And he ended up shooting his 16-month old brother, killing him. Now, mind you, the 5-year old was high on cocaine. The baby, 16 months, was high on marijuana because that the house was so filled with marijuana smoke that the baby got a what do they call that? A contact. And so they said they found marijuana in the baby's system, and the 5-year old was high on cocaine. And of course, the parents tried to deny everything, but they looked on the camera. Hello, looked on the ring camera and saw the daddy had went out to the car and put some pills or some drugs or whatever, something that, and they found texts that they were going to be selling to somebody. So anyway, mama and daddy, they both in trouble. But the main thing is, why? Why y'all exposing these kids to this stuff? Like, if you gonna do that, if you gonna smoke, why you smoking with your kids in the house? What is going on? What? Come on now. Can y'all go outside on the patio, on the front porch, in the yard, something like that, and don't get the kids exposed to this mess? What is wrong with y'all?
Oh, you looking at me?
You ain't got nothing to say, huh?
Judge too heavy. What's going on? I mean, it's gonna happen. I
No,
don't.
what? It's gonna
It's gonna.
happen.
Yeah. I mean, from the one you got babies raising babies, kids raising kids, and they're gonna be irresponsible. I'm not condoning. I'm just
Oh
saying
my
it don't
gosh.
surprise me that it's gonna happen. I'm glad it happened in Indiana. That don't sound. I mean, it might have been us, but it ain't not a whole lot of us up
Definitely
there.
us.
It
It
was
was
us.
definitely us.
Well,
Yes.
it ain't all.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's way up there in Indiana, I'm kind of worried about Fort Worth, Texas.
I mean, yes, but here's the thing with that. Yes, it happened in Indiana, and we only know because it's social media, que sera, but the fact that it happened, period, because it shouldn't have. Now, my thing is that first of all, first problem I have is the fact that the parents are smoking in the house, and they left pills out, so the 5-year old got some of that, ingested it, right? Which is why he was high on cocaine, which made him go shoot his little brother. Let's start there.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe he was high
How
on cocaine.
careless.
Maybe I guess playing with the gun or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they found they said the gun was in the drawer.
Did they see the surveillance tape? Did he just walk up and just off his brother? Or
Now I don't know that they had a camera inside the house. The ring camera caught the daddy going outside, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that, the parents are like, well, we hadn't even messed with the gun for days, and uh so, they
left the
clueless
gun
as
out.
to
How old were the parents?
parents were, I think, late 20s, early 30s.
I mean, it's tragic. We gotta say it, it's tragic, but they got parents. We got people in their community or whatever. I can't really touch anybody in Indiana. Um, I can't allow it to anger me. I got
I
other stuff.
mean, just the fact that that would even happen, that's even a thing, like that should not even be a story. But I realize that
We got drugs and guns. That's two big commodities nowadays.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
But
mean, you're supposed to put the gun up. Um, but no, selling drugs is a thing. You're just not supposed to sell out the house. You ain't supposed to sell out the house that you live in. That's one of the golden rules. You're not
right,
supposed to.
right. And you shouldn't be smoking in the house either. Let's start there. And especially there's a baby. The baby was 16 months, and they said they found marijuana in the baby's lungs.
Oh,
Oh my God,
it ain't the first time.
people.
Ain't the first time,
Yeah, but come on,
and it
come
ain't
on. We
gonna
got to
be
be
the
smarter
last.
than that. I mean,
You have to take you have to take drugs out of the picture, and drugs is big business. It's not going out of the picture anytime soon.
okay. Well, anyway, if y'all,
We can
doing
say
that,
Alicia said that's the norm for some, and that, it is
the
the
norm to
norm.
be smoking in the house.
Yeah, yeah. Smoke in the house, smoke around kids. I as a kid, you ain't never go to nobody. Well, I know I have.
Hmm.
I was one on the south side. I was raised on the south side of Fort Worth. And it was some people's house. I go over and shoot, mama or grandma, whoever, they're smoking right there in the living
With
room.
cigarettes.
Um,
And not that that's any better, but you're saying cigarettes.
yeah, I don't think she be smoking nothing.
Right.
around kids.
Right. Agreed.
Smoking,
Agreed.
drinking, you shouldn't be doing any of that around the
Mhm.
kids.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, if they was doing that, if they was smoking cigarettes 30 years ago, what was that? What was say 30,
Right.
40 years ago?
Right. Right.
Well, we 40 years down the road. Yeah, it's just smoking weed now in front of the kids.
I guess. So is it
It's
anybody out there? Y'all smoking in the house? Like I'm saying, are
we
you smoking weed
grown.
in y'all
We
house?
grown and our audience is grown. We
What
don't
does that mean?
we don't have I'm just saying our audience is grown. It's grown people.
Mhm.
Vanessa is grown. Melisha is
Oh,
grown.
these are not smokers.
Corey is grown. Like Yellow Butter is grown. The people that are on this live are grown folks.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's how it goes.
The smokeheads are gonna smoke anywhere they can.
I guess so.
Judge say smoking in the house. Smoking in the house ain't got nothing to do with it.
Right. You say that's not the problem, huh? I mean, and I get it, but the fact that the baby had, the marijuana in its system, a 16-month old, you know what I'm saying? Even if the baby was, survived the whole thing or whatever, why do we have babies walking around with marijuana in their system? That's all I'm saying.
Because we have babies walking around raising babies.
I guess so. I
Those are the
guess
kind
that's the
of
problem, bottom
that's
line,
that's
right?
the bottom line right there. You have babies that are raising babies.
Yeah.
Um, you're a drug kingpin. You really probably shouldn't have no. Not in your 20s. You shouldn't be having no kid. You should be worried about your drug empire, not
Got
worried
your
about
what?
your drug empire,
Oh.
rather than your rather than your kids. You need to be worried about how
Ah,
you're gonna make your money and
I
get
guess
out.
so.
Because the thing
I
is, you
guess so.
make your money, you get out. But
Right.
when you got a kid, that changes the whole game up, and that does for a whole lot of people. A lot of people will have a kid, or sometimes two or three, or be a second or third kid.
Right.
But they'll think about it, and
Right.
it's like, you know what, I can't continue to live this lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Indeed.
when you're a kid, and nowadays you're gonna have some 20-year-olds, you're gonna have some people that start close to 30 years old that's got a kid's mindset.
Right.
Got a
That's
child's
true.
mindset as far as responsibility,
That's true.
and babies raising babies.
Yeah.
And
I agree. I agree. Militia said, "Don't smoke, don't drink." All right. Okay. And Vanessa said, "We have irresponsible." Oh yeah, irresponsible parents. Oh yeah, all day, for sure. But I mean, I just, it's a sad thing.
that's why you
Rest in
wait.
peace to the baby.
That's why you wait to have your
Lord,
kids. That's why you. I
Lord.
mean, everybody encourages their kids, to not have kids yet. But yeah, it's gonna happen,
Yeah. Yeah.
and uh, it's just all. It's just. I hate to put it like that, but it's all in how you raise your kids. Even with the responsibility of selling drugs or whatever the case, it's all in how you raise your kids.
For
They
sure.
got it from somewhere.
Yeah. That's true. All right. Okay. So anyway, now let's bring this home. So in Frisco, right outside of Dallas. So this weekend, the police stopped a family that was in a car, right? Pulled them over and held them at gunpoint. They handcuffed the son. And here's the thing, they did this because they mistyped the license plate and pulled over the wrong people. So while they didn't even verify to make sure or anything, they pulled the family over, a whole family in a car, pulled them over, took everybody out, kids and all, handcuffed the son for whatever reason, and held this family at gunpoint. Because once it was all said and done, they went back and checked. They put the wrong license plates in there. Now, what in the world? I can imagine that this whole family is, probably a good upstanding family, you know what I'm saying, trying to go out to eat, whatever. But you in Frisco and you are black. Hello. Let's start there. And so they pull you over, but they done type the wrong license plate. Now they pull y'all out with guns, hold y'all at gunpoint. Hmm.
James, what's going on, James? He said he traumatized them babies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Vanessa said just like some cops don't deserve to be cops, some of these kids don't deserve to
Oh,
be
she
parents.
said
Oh, that's
that.
the old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, traumatized them babies. I want to know, how did you mistype the license plate number and end up drawing guns or going to a whole another extent? What
Mm-hmm.
like that's like winning the lottery. That's like hitting the bingo. how did you put in a license plate number? I guess did it come up as somebody who was wanted by the FBI or
Yeah,
something?
clearly because they pulled him over and held him at gunpoint.
Okay,
Mhm.
so I would have to look at whatever license plate they typed in and look at how close it is to this person that's I guess maybe on the top America's most wanted list.
I
Because
guess. I
it's
guess
hard. I
so.
mean, it's just hard to for me to be able to understand typing it in and hitting somebody that's wanted or
Right.
somebody that's that's
Right.
I guess signified as armed and dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Because when they pulled him out, when they pulled him over, it wasn't even a matter of they get out and they see them move suddenly or anything. They got their guns drawn.
as soon as they get out the car,
Yeah, hold them at gunpoint. Hmm.
so I had to look at okay, they was in a minivan. I had to know what kind of car they in, where they was coming from, like what I had to understand the whole situation. Like I
Well,
don't
the fact is, it was a whole family. But if they mistyped the license plate,
I don't
now,
know. It sounded like they was might have had some rims on their car or something.
oh gosh,
I mean, I'm just saying something
you
else.
saying something else made
Typing the
them.
wrong license plate number, that ain't it. I can't go with
Hey,
it.
that's what they said.
I can't
That
get.
was what the
I
police
mean, I
used.
get
The
it,
jury's
but
used.
I
Yeah.
can't get jiggy with that. I don't know. The police can cover that whole situation up. That's between the police, the 911 operator. There's a blue line. We already know about it. So they're gonna all cover for each other.
Right. 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 Right.
So because of the blue line, I don't believe none of that they talk about as far as typing in the
Right.
wrong license
Right.
plate number.
Right.
I don't get that one. So let's go back. It was black family, right?
Yes.
So it's like I want to know what this car looked like. It was
Okay.
probably look suspicious, something suspicious about it, more than likely. So
Or first of all, they were in Frisco. Okay, so it's black family. Y'all rolling. Probably nice car. You know what I'm saying? Probably nice. Maybe some rims or something. They probably look like they, what, something stereotypical.
was it nighttime in the mall or something like that? Audrey Sanders, what's going on? What's going on?
See my mom on here.
Dean manuscript, what's going on? What's going on? Corey said depend on how close those plates are to each other. And that's my thing. Now, if these plates are like really close to each other, but the odds, I don't
I
know.
mean, if
What are
you
the
what
odds?
you so at the end of the day, if they mistype one number or letter, whatever, you can come up with somebody else's plate clearly. But see, I wonder if when they came up with that, did they look at the car? Because I don't think that license plate said it's a same type of car. I just really think now that would be a coincidence,
I mean, maybe they felt like the place was stolen or something.
huh?
Maybe they felt like the place was stolen.
Oh,
I don't
oh,
know.
yeah,
But yeah, I had to get a full understanding and shoot if that car look a certain type of way, if it's black rims or something on it,
right.
then
That's what I'm
more than
saying.
likely
Probably something
that's
stereotypical,
probably that's
right?
probably
They
what it is.
stereotyped them first.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah.
huh.
Uh, I don't know, man. I've been through Frisco quite a bit. I do a lot of gigs out in Frisco, and I'm about black as they come.
Yeah,
And
but you're not looking like you.
what you mean looking like? I mean, so
You're not riding stereotypical.
do they have on something? They have on what, a hoodie or something? They have bandanas on their head or
I,
something. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying
Like,
how they was rolling. It was something how
if
they
it's
were
a
rolling.
family, like that's even. Why would you even do that to a family? Why?
Right.
Why would you?
Indeed. Indeed.
So that there would have to be something else. There would have to be something suspicious, something. And the police, they come up with what they need to come up with to justify what
Yeah.
they do.
I mean, because that's what they
So
said. The excuse they used was they mistyped. This is my thing. They probably was like, "Hey, we are so sorry. We mistyped a letter," and that might not even be true. You know what I'm saying?
I don't believe it to be true at all.
Right.
You can mistype a letter and end up with a whole other license plate because they
Right.
don't license plates are not done like chronologically. They ain't like 0001 0002. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like that, and
Yeah.
it's just to be able to mistype one digit in there and come up with a
Right.
whole nother license plate, and
Right.
not
Right.
just another license plate, but a license plate of somebody that you want to draw guns on. So it's got to
Right.
be somebody
Exactly.
that's armed and dangerous, or
Exactly.
you
That's
know,
my thing. Right. Right.
yeah. Judge Too Heavy said this is a part of the police training that needs to be addressed at least yearly. You a cop and can't see.
Right. Right.
Aja, no, that's not the same or hard to read. You right? Yeah, yeah. I truly believe that, man. It ain't one digit. See, even two digits. you know.
Yeah.
But I do know about them small towns, man, and you know, they do what they want to do
Indeed.
when they want to get stuff done. I don't know who's checking into that. You
I
know,
mean, I'm sure that they probably had an attorney, somebody, because it's no way they just gonna let that roll like that. I just don't believe that.
yeah, Corey said a lot of criminals use their kids, so they have to take precautions, have to take all precautions, and I get that part. I get that for sure. You
Yeah.
know, as far as them using the kids, hopefully they don't get in a shootout. You know,
Right.
with your kids or whatever. But
Right. Right.
Frisco, man, those small towns, if you look suspicious in any kind of way, you know, and I feel like for me, with the cops like that, you only need a couple of things to line up. You can have a certain kind of
Mhm.
car and look a certain way, and
Right.
that's all they need.
Right.
You can have a certain kind of car, look a certain way, and do a half a stop at a stoplight and shoot.
Oh yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
all
And
they
they
need.
after you. After you. Yeah.
Yeah, James said the make and the model come back.
Right. Right.
He said they're wrong for that. And
Yeah.
that, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing. But we talking about Frisco though. We
Yeah.
talking about Frisco, so
That's it.
you know
That's it.
that's Jerry Jones country right there.
Mm.
He's I should say use their kids. Damn,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a
they use
shame.
their kids. Shoot, you put it in the pamper. That's an old one. That was you. That's been used decades and decades ago. You put the
Yeah.
work in the pamper.
That's a shame. That's a shame. So anyway, y'all be careful out there. I guess at the end of the
What you mean
day,
be careful? What you
well,
gonna not be black?
you know what? And this is what I'm gonna say, because it's a shame that we as black people, we have to say, look, make sure that if the police stop you, have your hand on 10 and 2 or 10 and 12 or whatever the case may be, and keep your hands where they can see them, keep everything up, don't reach for nothing suddenly, all of that stuff that we have to do as African American, as deeply melanated people. Those are things that we have to do, like to be safe. It just is. Right?
Well, that's a harsh reality. It's a harsh reality.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't have to be like that. No.
Okay. Well, most times. That reminds me of so here's the thing. Now, so Johnny and I, like, I think I had a procedure or something, and Johnny was driving me, and we got pulled over by the police. We were in one of those small cities out north or whatever. And so Johnny was getting over, he was switching lanes, right? And I think he didn't put his license the
Blinker.
signal light on. And so then the police, woo, and then okay. So he pulled us over, and I'm like still kind of out of it from this procedure I had. And so the cop started asking Johnny. He was like, "Man, what? What you when? What you want? Just here. Just what? Just ask me for what you go." I was like, "Oh my god! Like, why is Johnny talking crazy to this police officer?" I am like sitting here. Oh my god! Like, oh Lord, are we finna go to jail? I can't even hardly keep my head up. But Johnny is talking crazy to this white cop, and I'm sure the man looked at him like, "Sir, calm down." Cause he came over to me. He was like, "Ma'am, you okay?" I said, "I'm fine,
No, she's
sir."
not okay. You just
But
came out of procedure. We're trying to get you home so you can rest.
oh my
If I made a
god,
bad turn, write that ticket. Let me go on my way. Ain't no warrants. I ain't killed nobody. I don't have no trouble. Write that ticket so we can get on our way. You know what I'm
Lord,
saying? I don't even know about I'm not even sure about the whole what is it, the blinker thing or whatever. I don't even care about that. But if that's what I did, okay, write it down. I sign the ticket. I can get my wife home so she can rest. But don't be holding us here. You know what I'm saying? Look, I ain't did nothing. I have not. I ain't did nothing. I think he
Lord.
asked me, what did he ask? What, some marijuana residue or something like that?
Right,
Was that?
right, right. He was doing the most. He was doing the most. But the fact is that Johnny was talking crazy to this white
I
cop.
was
We
not
out here
talking
in this
crazy.
white
I was
city.
not talking crazy to him initially.
Uh,
I was not talking crazy to him initially. It was when he was taking his time. It's like, man, dude, if I made that bad turn or whatever, write that ticket. Give me my ticket. I'm gonna sign it, and I'm gonna go on about my merry way. But anything else you looking for, bro? I don't care what it is. I think you was talking about some marijuana. I don't, man. You can run on through. I think they did look through the car. Didn't they open up the trunk or
I
something
know
like
he
that?
was kind of
And
looking over
that
here.
got on my nerves even more. I'm like, nigga, I'm telling you. I mean, I'm trying to get my wife home. You know what I'm saying? If it was something going on, I tell you. Look at this gray hair. I'm a grown ass man. Like if something was going on, if I got a joint in here, I'd be like, look, man, I got a joint in here. But I got my wife in here, so more than likely there's nothing in the car. I'm grown. That goes back to the irresponsible kids who was talking about at the beginning of the show. I'm not irresponsible like that. If I'm gonna have drugs in my car, and I ain't indulge, but if I'm gonna have my wife in the car, we're going to do a procedure. I'm not gonna have weed in my car. And I don't care how much you look. And if you start looking through I'm gonna talk crazy the whole time. You dummy. I'm trying to tell your ass, ain't nothing going on up in here, man. Let me go. I'm like, man.
Yeah. So luckily we are here today. So yeah. But I'm so anyway, for
That
those of
bird, he
you,
say the cop work for us at the end of the day. And that's the
oh,
thing.
I
It's
mean,
to protect,
supposedly,
protect and serve, right?
right.
I don't feel like I was being served, and I don't feel like my wife was being protected. That's the bottom line. So
Yeah.
write me my ticket. I can see now. I can see, if I had tickets or whatever, take me to jail. Go on, take me to jail or whatever the case. Do what you're gonna do. But like all this asking me questions and all this stuff, like, I'm not here to fraternize with you. Tell me what I did. Write that ticket. I'll sign it. We go home. That's it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Bird say, "Let my people go."
Okay. Listen, because at the end of the day, I was still kind of groggy and everything, and I'm just looking at Jay like,
Man, that was kind of
oh
my
my
militant
god.
days too. There was a lot of tension. That was some years
Yeah.
back. That was 2 or 3 years
That's
ago,
yeah. I
and
think
there
it
was a
was
lot of
2020.
tension in the city and stuff like that. And it's like, I just felt, and I still feel, a certain way as far as policemen go. They're not all bad, but they are part of a gang. Like you're part of a gang. The way they judge us, the way they judge a blood or a crip. You can be a crip and you can, do good things. You can help people in the community, but they're gonna judge you like you do drive-bys.
Yeah.
That's just the bottom line. So you all wear the same uniform. You wear the uniform of the people that shoot down black folks.
Right.
I
Right.
mean, and it's for me, it's up to you to change that.
Yeah. Indeed. I mean, at the end of the day, luckily the cop didn't kind of give Johnny the same energy. He was kind of like, calm down, sir.
I know what energy he
Like
was giving me. I know they do that all the time. They try to play that little role, so getting on my nerves the whole time.
yeah.
I know that role they play, and you can say what you want to say, and he can say what he want to say. All you had to do was write that ticket. It don't take that long.
Indeed.
Write that
Indeed.
ticket. Don't get to asking me no questions or what. Man, look, I'm not finna. Man, going on. If you think it's something in there, look on in here. Here, I'll open the door for you. I'll open the trunk for you. You can look through everything in here.
Right.
I'm not dumb like that. I'm grown as hell. Face full of gray hairs. Nigga, I'm not. I'm not that dumb.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he tried it. He tried it. He did. But at the end of the day, we made it safely. Nobody had to march or anything to, get Johnny home. So we good. We made it.
That had to more.
No
Uh,
marches.
Rob C, what's going on with you, man? He say, let's play Madden. Boy, I ain't played Madden in so long. Took video games at this house, shoot,
Okay.
15 years ago.
Well.
Uh-uh.
Okay. So anyway, did y'all see that Cardi B did a concert this past weekend? And so here's the thing: a lady in the audience threw a drink at her. I don't know why she did that because who did she think Cardi was? Because Cardi was like, look here, I'm about to do this mic toss. And she threw that microphone at that lady, yes, and hit her. So now the lady, decided to go to the police and, file charges against Cardi. But I feel like, whose fault was that? Now, what you say? You play stupid games, win
You
stupid
win stupid
prizes?
prizes.
I mean, at the end of the day, why did you throw the drink at her, ma'am? Like, hello. So yeah, she got a mic thrown at her, and I think that the police, once they go back and look at that video, they'll probably
I
say,
mean,
"Girl,
see, she just threw the water on her. So, yeah, that's all indicated right there.
right, right."
Um,
But they be doing a lot of that. Keeps happening now. Like these people in the audience are throwing stuff at the artists on stage,
I mean, they're going to just mess it up for everybody. They're going to start having cages or whatever. They're going to
right?
start
And that's
having.
gonna ruin the whole
Yeah, that
experience.
ruin that take away from the whole experience.
Yeah,
We backtrack one time. The manuscript said they be trying to give you time to fuck up or say something wrong. I think he's talking about the cops.
yeah, yeah.
But Well, say what wrong? Where you gonna mess up at, and where you gonna say something wrong? I'm not finna reach for nothing. Now I ain't. I might say something crude, but I ain't gonna say nothing wrong.
I
But
mean, at the end of the day, you was out. You had got out the car. Like I think he had already
yeah,
asked you to get out, or whatever the case may be. So you was standing over there on the side talking noise. So yeah,
I mean, because at that point, like I said, you trying to inconvenience me. That's all you trying to do is inconvenience me. Why I have no idea. But anyway, let's get on to the Cardi B and the microphone upside the head. Uh, eh, I
yeah,
mean, I don't think nothing gonna come of that, man. You can't be.
yeah. I would imagine that you know, Miss Honey, what's going on? I would
Uh,
imagine that, they probably gonna cancel that out because the lady threw a drink and she threw the microphone. It's nothing to say, like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like you think it's gonna be tit for tat. She ain't have no drink to throw back at you, but she wasn't just gonna let you,
Cardi said, "Not today." That's what
right?
they said.
Like,
Thomas Leverett, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, I mean, come on now. Cardi's part of the ratchet movement, man,
right.
the hot
Yeah,
girl
she knew
movement.
that.
So
She knew
yeah,
that.
she was gonna get that. She's gonna catch that microphone to the face. That's what that is.
Right. So anyway, I don't know if she got a swollen lip or whatever she got going on.
I got a question though. Did anybody out there watch They Clone Tyrone? I know you didn't watch it. I mean, you watched. You watched it, right? Yeah, you watched it.
Mhm.
I know I watched it a few times. I'm gonna give them a couple of seconds to see if
Yeah.
anybody watched They Clone Tyrone. You got mixed reviews on that. A lot of people said it was a good movie. Some people said it was some BS. Um,
Hmm. They cloned Tyrone. Did anybody watch that? Okay.
Miss Honey said
Yeah.
she haven't yet.
Dean said he
He didn't
did.
say he did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think it's an interesting watch, man.
The thing about it is that, like I think we talked about the underlying messages. Definitely
Jay,
was weird.
JB say weird as
Yeah, definitely was. It was, it was off, but it was, the fact that, okay, so this was my thing. The fact that I think they were in going through that club or whatever, and it was like the DJ was playing a certain music, a certain tone of music, and everybody was just kind of on chill mode. And then when they were coming through, and I guess they wanted the people to start chasing them, he changed the music to something hype, and that's real, right? Let's ask a DJ.
I mean, yeah. If you want to change the mood, I'll tell you in a minute. Shoot, if I think a fight from the breakout, man, I'll hit their ass with Anita Baker or Luther Vandross.
Right.
If I want to go real hard on them, if it's the end of the night, I want them to go home. I'm throwing some Kirk Franklin. So it's like, yeah, you can change moods as a DJ. You know, you can change moods. If you see that fight about to occur, you gotta take that Lil John off.
Mm.
Or you gotta take that drill for the kids nowadays. You gotta take that drill music off and
Mm-hmm.
put it on something else. Put it on something fun. Throw some Chris Brown or something on.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
you gotta switch. You gotta switch it up before you even see it happening. And a lot of times as a DJ, you can see it happening. You gotta switch that music up. So yeah. Miss Honey said, I heard it's amazing. It's on the list to watch. Don't give nothing away. She said, don't give
Right.
nothing away.
Right.
Uh,
So yeah, we're not gonna give anything away. I just wanted to, that was the part, but there's a lot of the subliminal messages in there, like the thing that they use, which is so stereotypical. I'm gonna say this: the chicken.
oh, yeah. Yeah, stuff they put in. I mean, it was a lot of products, and it was
Yeah.
stuff that was being distributed out to the community. So it was quite a few messages or indications in there, and get the conspiracy theories going crazy when you talk
Okay,
about it.
but let's just talk about the whole cloning situation. Like people say that now, did they clone Jamie Foxx? You know what? So this is what they're saying is because if you look at Jamie now, that the shape of his head, even though yeah, he lost some weight. Did you see him recently?
Man, that's a camera.
You think that's the camera?
No, I think that's a camera.
So, because people are saying Jamie Foxx has a square head, and now his head is small and oval shaped, and that is not the Jamie Foxx, but that is a Jamie Foxx.
Man, that you could do that if you use your phone, the front camera from your phone, it'll have you
It
looking
looks
sometimes a
different.
totally different way
Then
than the
okay,
rear camera.
okay, okay.
So
What
it's
about Kanye? Because they say Kanye now he quiet. We don't hardly hear anything about Kanye.
that show ain't got to do with a phone or nothing like that. That Kanye going through some things. I mean, Kanye got apparent issues going on. He ain't been the same since his mama died. Really, to be honest
Okay.
with you,
Okay.
really, he has not been the same.
Well, that, but then the fact that he was really, talking all this noise, like, hey, what these people doing out here to us, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
It's the Jews, it's the blah
that's
blah
why
blah,
he
blah.
shut up.
And now all of a sudden, boom.
That ain't no clone. You
What
got to
is
put
it?
it in his place. This man was in a position. He was a billionaire. He was in a position to be able to fund his children's.
Okay.
And they basically telling you, hey, you keep on with this BS. Not only will you be broke,
Mm.
your children's will be broke.
Mm.
So all this, because a lot of people do that stuff. A lot of people, Kanye go for his riches. They go for that. That's for their kids.
Right.
And for somebody to come and tell you, hey, you know what, you keep on with that, make sure all your kids broke.
Hmm.
You work to come out of the ghetto, wherever you came from, whatever humble beginnings you came from. You passed doing it for you. You
Right.
passed being rich.
Right. Right. Right.
You now to the point where you want to do it for future generations, and you feel like they all leaning on you.
Mm.
And when
Mm.
somebody come and tell you, hey, you got to shut up, or all your generations gonna be broke, we're gonna make sure of that.
Wow.
So
Wow. I
that
guess
that's
so.
enough to that don't no clone.
Okay.
That's a warning sign. They warning that man. Say, man,
I mean, I guess it worked because we don't hear nothing
there
from
you
him
go.
anymore.
Hey,
Because
man,
where he was very,
you'll die broke, and your family would too. Your kids would too. Your kids. All these silver spoons your kids got in their mouth. Oh no, they're gonna be plastic. Come, you keep fooling with us.
wow, wow.
Say, I don't believe all the hype about Jamie Dean. Say he's a clone.
Hmm. Oh, okay. All right.
Judge say you ain't famous enough to be a clone. Stop it. Stop it. Like I say, he did right to me. Independent is the way, and that's the thing. Independent is the way. But that's the choice. That's the choice that you have to make. And even being independent, he still had to be independent and pipe down a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing. I feel like Dave Chappelle went through the same thing. Both of them just flee the country. They just left, went to Africa.
Right. Right. But do
And
you think Dave Chappelle came back quiet? Because he seemed like he on like he say what he want to say.
yeah, but he left Comedy Central.
Oh,
Comedy
okay.
Central was the one who was going to give him all that money.
Oh, okay.
And he came back. He hit the Netflix deal, so he just had to leave and regroup. And he said himself, all that money, leaving all that money on the table, drove him back crazy.
I mean, I can imagine. I can imagine.
So, you know, he went, regrouped. He came back without
Yeah.
Comedy Central, used Netflix.
Right.
Boom, $60 million in counting. And Kanye, he's about the same way. He's gonna win independent,
Mm.
but he's doing a little bit more talking
Mm.
than Dave. You don't see him going to Jews. You don't see
Mm.
him. They real serious about that. And when you talk about black folks, when you talk about Hebrew Israelites and that kind of culture, stuff like that, boy, Jews they ain't trying to hear that, bro. They're
Clearly.
not trying to hear that.
Clearly.
They do not want black folks infringing upon what they feel like is their culture.
Man, and
And
they control all the media, the entertainment business, everything. So, yeah.
Miss Honey said Kanye got to sit and chill. I think he's on that Virginia island like OJ and them. Um, Bird say that was selling out for the money, and
Mm.
I don't think either one of them sold out for the money at
Mm.
all.
Yeah.
I think that's part of what drove him crazy because it's like you can go with the flow and get this money,
Right.
or a lot of times it's how you was taught and how you was raised and what you believe in, and you got to leave all of that to get that money.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed. I mean, at the end of the day, the thing with Kanye, like, when his mom died, then it's like after his mom died, it seemed like that's when he really blew up. Now, I do believe that it's some kind of sacrifice. I don't, hey, it just is because it's like, some type of tragic situation and then boom, here you go. They were saying that the whole thing with like with when Chris Rock, when what's his name, Will went and slapped or punched or whatever he did to Chris Rock, they showed where that was actually a skit back in the 60s or something, the exact same thing. But they were saying for Chris Rock to be humiliated like that, and for Will to do that, now they got these big money situations. Both of them do. It's sacrifice.
I don't, I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know. Chris Rock was bigger before the slap.
You
The
think?
slap, I don't think it put
I know,
him.
but the money that he made from that.
I mean, the money he been making money. I think his big money
I think he was
days.
falling. I think he was falling down.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he ain't back up.
You don't think?
Oh, I mean, he back up as a result of the slap, but
Right.
like to get a smack like that, just to get back up like that, that's just a publicity stunt.
I mean,
I
but
mean,
it
now
happened.
if you gonna hit billionaire status, Chris Rock is not broke. He wasn't gonna be broke, even if his roles changed or whatever. He's still one of the premier comedians in the nation. Period. But even before the slap, he was still one of the
I
premier
mean,
comedians.
I get that, but I think there was still a sacrifice.
And
I think it was for him and Will.
if there was gonna be a sacrifice for both of them, it should have been earlier. Like Will Smith, I think his peak. I think his peak was probably about 10 years ago. He was a what, the $20 million man, something like that. Like I think both of them peaked a while ago. Now they just riding it out. It's kind of like a Denzel type of situation.
Mm.
Once you hit that, you up there and you just
Mm-hmm.
stuck there. And I just don't think that unless they become multi-billionaires, that will
Mm-hmm.
be the next step. But they at that rich, borderline wealthy status to where I don't, I just don't see that slap now. If somebody was to die behind that or something, maybe something extreme.
Yeah.
But something it's like you got to get slapped so
The
you can keep
humiliation. You don't
so
think
this
that was
money can keep coming and let him slap you. No.
money is coming. The money is coming. I mean, hey, whatever it was, look, he did benefit from it. I'm gonna say that because people were going to like his ticket sales sold out from the concerts
Heck yeah, because they want to
because
hear about
yeah, people
they want to
wanted
hear
to
about the
know.
slap. I can
Right.
see it being a publicity stunt. I can see it being but anything as far as secret society, stepping them up as far as worth or anything like that, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. Not
Yeah.
not for a smack, but like I said, for publicity, and that's basically what it did. It put out publicity, but I don't think it put him back in the limelight.
Okay.
But I don't think it got him is getting him any more money
No
than
more
he's already
additional.
gotten.
Okay. All
You
right.
know, I think even with Will Smith, I mean, it ain't putting.
He still got some big contracts. Will did so.
I mean, he lost him at first and then got him back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like six in one hand, half dozen another for me. I just don't. Billionaire status will be the next step, in my opinion, for either one of them.
Yeah.
Because multimillionaire, they've been multimillionaires for
Right.
some decades now.
Right. Now, Miss Honey said Most Def gave up U.S. citizenship to get his life and mind together. Yeah.
Yeah, Most Def was one of them
Mhm.
conscious rappers,
Did he
man.
change his name? Is he still Most Def or is something else
No,
now?
he's something else now.
Like a different type of like Ace, something weird,
I
something
don't know.
weird.
I
I
want
don't
to say
know.
Yusef something,
You,
but I
yeah,
can't.
yeah, I think so.
But yeah,
All right.
yeah, he. I mean, he got pushed out. He was rapping too much positivity and things like that as well.
Right.
So
Right. All right. So anyway, yeah. So listen, anybody been to Six Flags lately? Did anybody go this past weekend when the ride at the one here in Arlington it got stuck in 100-degree weather. It got stuck up in the air, so people just dangling on the ride at Six Flags. You know what? That right there, I can't even believe that Six Flags still having those type of issues.
Top Forward, I appreciate it.
Oh my
Yasin
gosh.
Bey, that's his name.
Yeah.
Yasin
Yeah.
Bey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for dropping in, Ty.
Yeah.
Baron Jones, what's good with you, brother? What's going on with you, man?
But these, once
Mhm.
again, these rides at Six Flags. You remember a couple years ago when a lady
What died? Fell out
fell
that boy.
off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I mean, to
They
me,
ain't secured
Lord,
the seat.
yeah.
I think she was a larger lady or something like that. They ain't
Mm-hmm.
secured the seat.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. That is
Hold on, we got a paragraph here. Cloning is taking place. It has been for a minute. It has been for a minute. There's truth to that. They have shown some things on the news, like meats, etc. Said these people are in the lab experimenting up to no good. We know that there's some wicked things going on. So,
definitely some wicked things going on. Definitely that.
yeah, it's. I think cloning is on the way. I think it's on the way. think they're doing it with animals. I think they have. I mean, it's different laboratory. They was talking about a website or something that had something about cloning or whatever. But I can see that. That's the next step to immortality. That's the next step to immortality. That's the next step to trying to play God.
My thing is this: are they cloning and replacing with AI?
Probably. I mean, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? AI is a database of a whole lot of information, a whole lot of answers to a whole lot of questions, stuff like that. Why wouldn't you?
Right. And so my thing is like, when we see people on, you know, just on social media, we don't see them in person. Do you think it's them, or is it a real person?
I think what AI when in on live broadcasts or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think AI is taking place to quite that measure
Oh,
yet.
okay. So you think we can still tell that it's a real person or not versus not being?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think they close though. I think they close. What's old boy with Google? Uh,
Um,
Not Google. Is it Google? Is it Google guys or Tesla? I think both of them are engaged in stuff like that.
yeah.
Are big in the AI thing. And
Right.
it's
Right.
you know, uh,
Well, so according to AI says that AI is AI a thing according to AI.
I'm not gonna say. I don't
I
know.
mean, and I'm saying AI because I think they're calling AI a name, Remini or something like that.
Oh, you
But
talking about an app?
so okay, so maybe not. Anyway, according to the AI, whoever it is that they talk to, um, they're saying that there's basically too many people. There are too many people in the United States right now. That we are way over the
Oh, you
number
talking about
of
a
people.
Chat GPT answer? Like a AI? You
Yeah,
ask AI
like they
that?
ask AI. Yes, yes. So,
I don't know. AI is not 100% accurate to me right now, as far as especially when you talk about world type of stuff like that.
hmm
Um, it can only give you the answer that it's been given.
hmm.
So the answer has to be in that database and be analyzed by this AI in order to be spit out. And I just don't think that a secret society is putting answers into the database for AI.
Mm. Okay. So you're saying that AI will only give answers based on the information that it
That's the basis of
has.
all computers. Garbage in,
hmm
garbage out.
Okay.
Can't give you any more than what you put in it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're talking about analyzing data, it can only analyze the data given to it.
Okay.
You know, so I just don't think that secret societies or people of power are adding answers to this database as far as
hmm
what directions we're going to take, globally.
Right. James Bell said, you heard about the man in Japan who paid to begin a dog, a collie, 14K. Hmm? Become. Paid to become a dog? Huh?
A Japanese man drops $14,000 for a custom-made collie dog. This is for a costume.
Except for a costume.
Uh huh.
Oh.
A realistic collie costume. She's interacting with humans while also. Whoa. Oh, he got a whole ass costume on. Like
Oh, wow.
the dude looked like a.
Wow. Okay, so he paid somebody to make him a collie dog costume.
And he interacting with other
Oh
dogs.
my gosh. Walking around on all fours. Wow,
A
that's
Japanese man
that's
has
crazy.
fulfilled his dream of becoming a dog.
Why is that a dream, sir? Why are you wanting to be a dog? That is dumb. I mean, okay. Okay, sorry dog lovers. Maybe it's not dumb. Maybe a lot of people have that dream. I don't know. Wow. Wow.
Say he had a fear of telling his friends about his desire to become a dog. He said, I rarely tell my friends because I'm afraid they will think I'm weird.
Wow. You think, sir? Oh my
My
gosh.
friends and family seemed very surprised to learn I became an animal.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. He might need a little therapy
Say,
because
I
that
don't want
sounds
my
weird.
hobbies to be known, especially by the people I work with. Um,
That's off. Let's start off.
Top 4 says Siri, Alexa are all forms of AI. We act like it's a new thing with these picture apps. These AI systems only have info that was put into it. This is true. That is true. That is true. And that's
Hey,
why, I mean,
listen.
that's the reason for having all these apps. That's the reason for having all these face recognition apps. All of these, this data mining, and you're getting information. They're gathering information from you, and really they're exchanging information with each other. Facebook gets information from you and share it with advertisers. Google gets information. You can go on Google Chrome and look something up, and it's going to show up as an advertisement in your Facebook right away. So it's just a matter of
And
data
that's
mining
true.
and just cross referencing, information. And there's a big old database on all of us, all of our preferences, everything, what we like, what we don't like. There's a database on all of us, and that's the AI part that's scary
Yeah. Yeah.
because they got it to where it don't have to be. It's not like a customer service rep is assigned to each one of us. They got all of us covered in one shot. And that's the crazy thing
Right.
about it,
Right. I
about
get
how
it.
dynamic it is.
I get it. I get it. Okay. Well, that's it for today.
And so that's it for today.
Yeah.
I appreciate everybody for dropping in, man. For dropping in. Had some nice conversations going on. Let's see, what are we at? Hey, I got this show with my brother that's going on Sunday. It is at Live Wicks in Arlington. My brother has some new music coming out, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to DJ for that man. 6 o'clock, Live Wicks on Sunday, August the 6th. If y'all don't have anything going on, I'd like for you to come out. Even if you got something going on that you feel like pushing to the side, come on out.
Right.
So, top 4 says your birth certificate and social security number was the start of the collection of info. For
Yeah.
sure, Ty. For sure. Sure
Yeah.
right.
All
Sure
right.
right. That's our serial numbers. Alicia Crump, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. She actually contacted me earlier today. Was like, y'all coming on today? I was like, yeah, we sure are. So I appreciate it. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell somebody else, come back, bring a buddy with you, something like that. Let's expand this conversation a little bit. I hope everybody has a wonderful week. This is Monday. I wish positivity upon everybody throughout this whole week.
Indeed. Indeed. All right.
So, like Vanessa said, until next week,
Yes. So we'll see y'all on next Monday, same jazz time.
same jazz channel.
All right, y'all. Be blessed.